Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to just chill and play some Brotato. So we've been working through this new profile a little bit at a time. It's been a little bit since I have been on Brotato. So let me switch my mouse out here. So last time we ran Crazy, and that went pretty well. I like Crazy. It's a pretty good potato. The next one in the list is Ranger. Now, I had problems with Ranger for a very long time, so I don't know how I'm going to do on this, but we'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work, we can try this next difficulty level with a different potato, but we'll see what we can do with Ranger. So let's take a look at the Ranger stats. Starts with a pistol, so that's kind of cool. The pistol's a fairly decent weapon. I'd rather have like a submachine gun or something, so we might have to switch this out, but we're in the gun line. Now, Ranger is somebody who's going to deal with range, so we get plus 50 range. Range damage modifications are increased by 50%. You cannot equip melee weapons, and HP modifications are reduced by 25%. So HP is going to be low. We want to stay at ranged, work range. Now, what I do like about the Ranger is if you can manage to find one of those really strong, rare, unique, ranged weapons, very, very cool. You can start blasting things pretty nicely. But we'll see what we can do with it and to get this kicked off here. So let's go Ranger. We start with the pistol, then we can choose another gun. So basically, and it doesn't have to be a gun, so we can take a look at this. We get another pistol. The thing about pistol is it starts with piercing. So you notice the piercing one there. Submachine gun does not, but submachine gun's super fast. The revolver is quite nice too. That's a very good weapon. And having the high plus 15% increase range damage, this damage is going to go through the roof. So that's kind of cool. You do have to reload, and it takes a little bit, but pretty nice weapon. I like the shotgun. Shotgun starts with piercing 2. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know. I finished a few runs with shotgun. It's a nice blast effect, and you get kind of overloaded on some of the waves. So this is pretty nice wave clear. Now the laser gun, it shoots a lot less, but look at the damage. The damage is 40. I mean, that's massive. And then piercing 1. And the piercing is only minus 25% damage. So does a lot of damage, pierces, but very, very slow. The shredder, I've never really gotten into the shredder all that much with gun, explosive. It's more of an explosive type weapon. So on some of the explodey potatoes where you get a bunch of bonuses for explosion, it's pretty cool. Crossbow's pretty nice. It's obviously not a gun, but one thing that's really nice is it's precise, which gives you some crit. And I forget what medieval gives you. Now, slingshot's primitive. This could actually work really well with this character. The bounce on it, essentially the bullets will bounce around. I wonder if we take slingshot and get some extra hit points off of it. The hit points are mitigated by that 25%, but primitive gives you that extra hit points when you accumulate more primitive weapons. But I think I'm going to stick with guns. Let's go with something. Now, the pistol's doing 12. I think it's either a revolver or submachine gun. I think we did submachine gun before, so let's go with the revolver. We're going to go with Danger 3 and see how we do here. Let's check it out. So, and the thing about this particular character is, I don't know, we don't really need to have the same exact type of guns. So as we go along, we find nice guns, we can just do what we like with them. So here my general goal is to get about 55. So we got 59 of the materials, 5% attack speed. Harvesting is really nice to kick us off. So let's get some harvesting going. We didn't get any guns that I super care about. Let's see, elemental, not too hip on those. Let's just do a full reroll. Not opposed to picking up kind of a menagerie of guns, but as you pick up the different guns, you're just more likely to keep getting different guns. So not so sure on that. Now this fertilizer I'm going to lock because it's nothing to me as far as the drawback. It's just +8 harvesting, which is really nice. I'm going to reroll again. There we go. We got a revolver, which is good. Spawns a Ratzilla, which works off my health. I think I'm going to avoid that this run. Wand and shotgun. I'm going to avoid those. Now, I'm going to probably pick up, I just said I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to pick up the SMG. So I have kind of a quick firing weapon, and then I'm going to sell the pistol. Just so I am less likely to, I think it's less likely to get them if you don't have it. I'm not sure on that, like mechanically, if that's in the game. But I think you're more likely to get the weapons that you have in your possession. +2 life, so -2 harvesting. That wouldn't be too bad for us. I'm going to lock that as our second item. I'm going to go ahead and lock this revolver as well. So let's see how this goes. 2 revolvers and a submachine gun. So we've got some quick fire. We've got something to cover us while we're kind of in our reload stage with our guns. So far, so good. Now, what you'll notice as the danger level increases, you're going to see new aliens. You're going to see new mechanics, new little elites and stuff. There's a tree up here I'd love to get to. There we go. Yeah, there. So we got our first chest there. So +4% speed, -6 range. I'm going to go ahead and take that because we do have a lot of extra range right now. I'm going to re-roll here. I'm going to pick up this range damage so we can start packing that in. I am going to need to highlight hit points and really kind of go into that. Now we're in shop wave 2. I've mentioned this before. But in the shops for wave 1 and wave 2, you're always going to get 2 weapons displayed, no matter how many things you have locked. So I'm going to re-roll here and see if we can lock a SMG. I think that's good. I don't know if I'm going to re-roll again. That gets me to 5 weapons, and I feel pretty good about that. Now, with what we have going on, charging a bunch of the aliens is probably not a bad idea. Just keep trying to kill as much as you can. You want a bunch of XP and you want a bunch of materials. So, just charge into these groups and pierce. Well, we lost all of our piercing, but we did get a lot of damage with these revolvers and some faster damage with the submachine guns. Not too bad there. And we do have an 8% damage, which is, the level 2 upgrade. I think I'm going to squeeze that in. Got some range damage again. I think I'm going to grab that again. I really need to find some hit point stuff though. So we've got some guns here though. So that's good. Let's get guns. Let's get this harvesting going. I'm going to reroll, see if there's anything good to lock. Reroll one more time. Still nothing all that great. I'll reroll one more time. Okay, we got the SMG. Now the turret's based off of engineering, but it shoots bullets and is out there. I could kind of get something out there doing some damage elsewhere. I'm not sure on that one. I'm gonna skip it for now. We got other stuff to buy, so not sure I want to split things up and start picking up engineering stuff. I'd really like to find something that has like piercing. So we start doing some piercing with all these bullets. Again, go after these trees. Yeah, the extra trees would be really nice too. There's an alien there for crate. Every time you kill that particular alien, you're going to get a crate, guaranteed. Ooh, so we get a free turret anyways. I am going to take free turrets, and I'll actually take this too. I don't like the -1 luck, but it is what it is. Here I'm going to try and, that armor is really good, but I'd love to get some speed. So few hit points though. I think I am going to take the armor since I have a little bit of speed already. Let's get the, try a 3-3 split. Let's combine and get this going. Let's grab the SMG. I'm going to grab this lifesteal now. This is Ugly Tooth. You just buy it once and then you have it. I'm going to lock it and see if we can pick up one more weapon. There we go. 2% max HP plus 5% damage, but more enemies. And I'm not really going to get that 2 XP. I'm going to get like 1 maybe because of the penalty. I'm a reroller, so I don't mind rerolling, but some people don't like rerolling. I like trying to get stuff locked. This +1 range damage is pretty good. I think I'm going to snag that and see if we can just pump that range damage up some more. So that little free turret's nice. I'll take the turrets if they're free. Now that I have that one, I might be more predisposed to going after some additional engineering type stats. I'm not going to purchase engineering per se unless something gets really crazy. But overall, you know, having some turrets out here kind of thinning the herd on some of these levels. Not bad. I've been getting really lucky on these tree loots. Just lots of crates on them. So that's nice. And my luck is minus. So really good rolls. So I'm going to take this attack speed because we already boosted our damage a little bit. I'm going to speed myself up here. 6 max hit points is very welcome. I got 5 out of that, so that's good. I'm going to buy the SMG, the lens, just buy all of that. Now here, that's an interesting item. Your structures can crit. Now plus 5% crit for me is quite good too. So this is an example of something where I'm probably going to pick it up. That 5% crit is quite strong. I'm going to lock this and this. We'll keep the 34 and see if we can get some of these stronger items that we just locked picked up for this run here. And our guns are evaporating a lot of stuff, so this is good to see. I'm fairly used to playing on Danger 5, but I'm not always successful. So, and I am certainly not successful on certain potatoes. You know, I'm still working through all the potatoes. Well, not all of them, but I'm still working through 10 to 12 potatoes on my main profile on the crash zone, which is this one. Under C1, I'm still working through quite a few of them. Maybe I have half of them. This is tough. I think the HP regeneration is really strong, but I really need hit points just to survive the random hits. So I'm going to pick that up. Again, I'm going for some hit points here. We're going to have to fix that HP regeneration, but we're going to pick these items up. Now, landmines, yeah, I picked up engineering, so I'm honestly not opposed to picking that up now. We get a free reroll. I was going to spend money on the reroll anyways, so probably okay. I'm going to lock the engineering there, or the engineering there. For 18, it's so cheap. These bags are good. Armor engineering, the -2 HP, I'm going to skip that. The one thing I do miss starting over here on this profile is the ability to ban certain selections. I'm not sure how it unlocks because that update came much later into the Brotato lifecycle, and I had already unlocked so much stuff. So on a new profile, if you're new to the game, I'm not exactly sure where the ban mechanic unlocks. But it is very helpful to help shape a build. So if you have a certain build in mind with certain weapons or certain items, you can at least ban 8 different selections and they won't show up anymore. You can't ban weapons, but you can ban items. So if I said you could ban weapons, I just fix that there. I don't believe you can. So 221. Let's go ahead with the speed again. I like that range damage, but I like to have about a 20 speed if I can, especially before I get to wave 10. My hit points are really low for wave 10, but it's danger 3, so maybe we'll be okay. I'm going to take this submachine gun. So all of our submachine guns are now level 2. Engineering in the bag. Let's do a reroll here. All weapons there. That's interesting reroll. The cute monkey is really cool. I do like the HP, but I'm going to take this lens. I'm not going to take the cute monkey because it's -1 on my range damage. Now, this is a really nice score here. I'm going to reroll one more time, see what we get. I'm going to take that too. I don't like the XP gain negative, but we'll roll with it. Now, wave 9 is a horde wave, so you're going to get some type of larger amounts of enemies on that level. Now, I do like the way the revolver and the submachine gun split here is working for us. These larger creatures are succumbing to the revolvers quite nicely. And then the submachine guns help us take out all the little guys. So this is kind of an interesting. Usually I just try and go with one type of gun, but this is working out okay. Would really like to get some regen going for us. Another crate off the tree. This is awesome. Really, really strong. That's a pretty good level there. Now here, the melee damage, we get nothing. We get 2 hit points, man. I think I'm just going to take the 11, unfortunately. Now, +3 armor here is probably welcome. +2 range damage is really good, so we're just going to go with those. Here, we get a purple submachine gun. Now, the sharp bullet is something that I said we're looking at. So that projectiles pierce through one additional target is really cool. Get the minus piercing damage, but you can make that up elsewhere. -5% damage, -3 knockback. It's got some disadvantages too, but I'm going to take it. I kind of like them. Now here, I think I'm going to go with another purple and then pick up this submachine gun. I'm going to pick up another, or I have the feather locked, right? I don't have a feather yet. So let's pick up the feather. We get the free reroll. I'm not going to lock Tyler, even though I have several things. My engineering's a 6 right now. This isn't bad here. Mutation is pretty good. I'll take that. I'm also going to potentially take this fertilizer. Definitely taking that. Now my dodge is 2, my knockbacks there. 8 hit points would really help us. So I'm going to lock that. Not sure if that's the play, but I am. And +6% damage. We have a lot of range. I'm just going to pump my damage up there because we did get that -5 from the sharp bullet. Let's see how wave 9 goes. Wave 9, like I said, is that massive, horde level. So we're going to see lots and lots of aliens. We're going to see lots and lots of cash. So we're going to get tons of chances to get materials here. You see, we're barely 15 seconds in. We already have 100 materials locked in. So if I can get 400 or 500 materials here, I would be quite happy. I can get some really nice stuff in the shop. Not sure if we'll quite get to 500, but we should get to 400 if I get things going okay. Didn't get a crate out of that tree, but we've been getting really, really lucky. So I'm okay with, what it's offering us. There's a crate there. I think that was from, I don't know if that was from a tree or one of the crate aliens. Not bad. We do have that bag, so we're getting extra materials from the crate. So we got close to 500. Now here we get the special enemies appearing if we go with the bait. I think I am going to go ahead and, I think I'm going to grab that. We'll just deal with the special aliens. Now I'm going to get this range damage as well. That attack speed is pretty appealing. Also the luck, but we're doing okay. I'm going to grab this and that. We had planned for those. Let's check this out. So we would lose a lot of our crit, but gain HP, damage, armor, and speed. It's a really nice combination of stuff there. For 113, let's pick it up. Another bag. We're at wave 10. That's still not bad. I can get that and the moth. We're going to do that. I'm going to lock this melee plate since we have our damage a little bit higher. I'm going to lock the melee plate and probably take that next time. We're going to pick up the moth for some healing. Help counteract the regen. Well, I still get regen, I think. Even though I'm at -1. But let's re-roll here. Oh, the fish hook. I think the fish hook is really good. Sunglasses would take care of some big chunky crit. I have a bunch of armor built up. I might lock that as well. I don't like taking armor away, but getting 10% crit would be pretty nice. We do have these special aliens. The special aliens are the ones that are launching those red balls. So during this run, they're more likely to appear. They appear as a large group in the beginning, but my guns took them out pretty quickly, so I do like them. Well, this moth here, when you're in it, your regeneration is doubled. Unfortunately, my health regen is -1. So I'm not sure it's going to help me too much until I can get some regen going. But we're doing all right thus far. And pick up as much stuff as I can over here. Looking for crates in the trees. The crates are really good now. Well, they were good before, but I'm getting 30 extra materials for every crate because of the 2 bags. So that is quite nice. A lot of extra materials when you pick those up. This is pretty good. I'm going to pick up the pumpkin. It helped negate the sharp bullet, but maxes our top end on piercing damage. I'm going to pick up this regen, so that way we at least have that in the positive. Now, I would pick up the range damage, but I think I'm going to pick up some luck just to have the luck in the positive. Help me out a little bit there. Let's get the fish hook. I'm going to go ahead and get the sunglasses. Man, that's tempting too. I'm going to grab that. See if we can pick up something that will help us alleviate our XP, -6 XP. And this revolver, I'm tempted to lock it, but I only have 1 fish hook, so the chance on it, upgrading is smallish. I don't have anything going with elemental damage yet, but that snowball is quite good. If I reroll, there's going to be some good elemental thing that comes up. It's usually what happens to me there. Now here, I can get a red SMG, take the blue. Let's go ahead and do that. So now we've got 3 SMGs. We can lock this revolver. We'll do 1 reroll, and we're going to lock this revolver. I'm actually going to lock this blindfold too. So let's see if that fish hook can do some work. If you haven't seen the fish hook, it has a chance to curse items. I mean, locked items have a 20% chance to become cursed when leaving the shop. And then you get +1 curse. You can start your cursing once you get this, if you haven't picked up anything yet. Up to that point, I hadn't had any curse. So hopefully one of these will get cursed and their item, stats will increase. That would be nice to just get some free bonuses off of things like that. My regen is actually positive now, so that's a good thing. Got a crate. That's awesome. Get a bunch of extra materials there. Now, one thing about guns, there are a few aliens. When you kill them with a projectile, they explode and launch those red balls of death there. And you kind of got to watch them, I think they shoot out 3 of them. It might depend on your difficulty level or your danger level there. But they do launch. Ooh, right into that one. There's another. Oh gosh. Yeah, I hate these balls. Really hate them. Some healing there. Grief. Yeah. Those red balls are what kill me every time. It's just like they're just there, and they move at different speeds. It's not fun. So pick up harvesting and -3 dodge. I think I'm going to take that, crank the harvesting up some. Let's get the range damage there. We're going to get a lot of benefit out of that. Wow, 2 cursed items out of that. That is spectacular. So we do have a basic revolver we can merge this with. Now notice 82 damage on this revolver, right? So let's go down and look at the revolver that is purple, 72 damage. So you can see, it gives some really amazing bonuses to the stats. So you're going to merge that. That was that was a mid-tier one, but now it's a purple one. So 131 versus, it was a level 2, merge with a level 2, and now it's level 3, but it's 72 versus 131 damage. So you see the major difference there. Now this blindfold was 5 minus 15. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up for sure. And I'm going to keep that revolver locked. I think I am going to pick up this armor. I'm going to lock this SMG. Gain 1 material when you crit. It's really nice. Another piece of armor. I'm going to lock all of these and go into the next wave. See if we can get lucky again with that fish hook. That was a really nice return. If you can get 2 of them to hit like that, really, really good. There's several aliens. You'll see them briefly if you look real hard. There's some of them that have like bones in their mouth or whatnot, and they drop extra materials. So when you destroy them, they end up providing more materials on the floor. Let's do some gathering there. I really like to pick up one of those material gathering ones. There's one with a bone. He'll drop some extra materials. If you look, you have to really, really be staring at it, but he'll always drop like 2 or 3 materials. I'm not sure if it's like a guaranteed 2. He always drops multiple materials, so it's a good way to just get some extra materials to pick up. I'm not saying to highlight them necessarily, but the bigger aliens also drop more materials when you destroy them. 630 is a good haul there. I'm going to pick up the attack speed because I don't have a lot of attack speed yet. So seeing at 25% attack speed would be nice. We did hit on the SMG, and I have a basic SMG to combine it with. So I love that. Let's compare those. So we've got a 19 versus a 33. Very, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the other metal plate. I'm going to keep these 2 locked. Oh, man. Another 10% crit. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick this up. My damage stat is going down, but is what it is. I'm going to maybe reroll one more time. There we go. Ooh, spawns out. I've never had, I've probably had this curse before, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. Reach 10 range damage. Well, I didn't get the chance to read it, but those messages pop up really fast, and you don't get a chance to read them all the time. So far, so good on this run. We're getting some really nice items. That fish hook was really good. This moth is quite nice. Now, I really, really dislike these dudes that launch the beams out the sides of them. But that's what it is. With guns, it's not as bad. With a melee, it's really bad. Now, those are the guys that explode and launch the balls everywhere and just disrupt your whole groove. So, no crates yet. We've got lots of balls of death. The other thing about those guys that kind of explode into the red balls, they'll spawn right next to you and just explode and end up hitting you, you know, so there's not much you can do about that. I definitely randomly run into them. I don't really intend to, but they're there and I'm trying to go for something and you just run into them. With this ranger, it's bad because you don't have a lot of hit points. So I'm going to take the attack speed again. I probably should take the range damage, but I'm going to take the attack speed there. And here I am going to go ahead and take the revolver. I'm going to keep these locked. 8% dodge would be nice. Ooh, nice one. I'm going to take the dodge and see if I can just get some dodge working good. I like the extra armor here. Here, this is nice. Mushroom. Melee, knockback, damage, attack speed. I'm going to lock this. And we'll go ahead and keep the 95 that we have and go into the next one here. This is the level where we're going to see these big hats, or I call them, you got the helmet guys and the big hats. So the big hats, when you destroy them, they spawn 2 of these little dudes that launch the red balls everywhere. So eventually, as we're going along, if you don't stay on top of it, you get so many of these little guys running around and they're all launching those balls and they're just everywhere. So you kind of got to watch because you're going to randomly kill them with your guns. The big dudes, those big hat dudes. I don't know what else to call them. They look like hats to me. The spawning those little guys that just shoot everything, it's rough. It's got hit there. Just try and stay on top of them. If it gets to be too much, the little red X's that are on the floor, you know, when you kill the guys with the big hats, you can actually stand on the red X's and they won't spawn. But without them spawning, you don't get materials, you don't get experience. So there's some good and bad with that. Sometimes you just want to reduce the stuff on the screen. Wow, 15% more attack speed. I'm going to go ahead and go with that and just, you know, do my best. So Revolver 2 got hit with the curse. I love it. So let's go ahead there. Now our revolvers, we got a 119 and 126. They don't curse at the same upgrade level, so it's kind of interesting to see. Go ahead and buy that. Oh, 2 more revolvers. That's awesome. I'm going to purchase the lens here. I'll do one more reroll. I'm going to lock that too. Okay, let's go to 15. Oh man, lots of these big hat dudes. It looks like it started off with 2 there. I really want to try and stay on top of the little dudes that are spawned. They always get me, and I don't have a ton of hit points, so those balls are probably doing about 13-ish damage, I would imagine, right now. So I can't get hit too many times. It's okay. We'll try and get through this level here. We have lots of plants kind of waiting for us to eat. So if we do take some damage, we can hopefully eat those as we go along. Yeah, our attack speed is amazing. Really nice. Now, don't let this fool you. It's still fairly difficult, but Danger 5 is way different. It's so much extra stuff. Here I didn't get any hits. Got a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and take the hunting trophy and do a reroll here. Another revolver. Now this one, my revolvers are all purple. I think I'm going to lock. It's getting a little hard because I only 20% chance for it to get better. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this revolver and upgrade one of them to a red. Now this metal would be nice to lock and see if we can hit that too. I'm going to go to wave 16, see if we can get some curses to hit there. Not sure. I haven't seen any of the big hats. Like lots of football helmet guys here. I call the dudes with these like these white helmets. I just think that they look like football helmets to me. And again, I'm no Brotato expert, but I've played a significant amount of time. It's really, really good money spent. You get so much out of it. The game is really super deep. Each potato seems very, very different. Some of the potatoes change the environment. Some of them change the way you completely interact with things. Like some of them you can't equip weapons. You just kind of explode when things hit you. So it's really, they have some really devious ways that they've built the potatoes and a lot of fun. It's fun to figure out how to play them. I'm going to take the luck there, see if we can get some good stuff. All right, so on this metal, normally we get the minus 2% crit and a couple of different, onesie, twosie upgrades, but now it's a pretty significant upgrade there. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Let's see. Now, my problem with the locked revolvers at this point is I have 2 purple revolvers and a red one. So I'm not sure I'm going to really get much out of it. So I'm going to unlock the basic one, the level 1. We'll keep the level 2 locked because I can always combine those 2 purples. But let's see if we can get some other fun stuff to hit. Now, Ricochet. So Ricochet, our damage is at 19%. Plus 1 bounce would be really good for us. So I think I'm going to go ahead and snag that. Our damage is going to go negative, but I'm not super concerned about it. We'll see here. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and maybe locking something here might not be too bad, but I'm not going to do it. We'll just keep the revolver locked. See how we do on this level. With bullets bouncing now, that's going to be interesting. As you see, yeah, these I don't know what to call these aliens. There's probably an official name for them. I call them claw heads just because of what they look like. They have a lot of hit points, so you see all the bullets just bouncing off of them. They're still doing damage to them. So, you know, we are getting that damage allocated to them. It's just bouncing off one time and causing havoc with the rest of the bullet bounces. Oh, I love this ricochet. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't often get the ricochet effect. You have to find very particular items. So this is a very good item to pick up with this guy. This looks like it's a horde level. For some reason, those visuals, I don't know when that unlocks either. There's like visuals that tell you, this is a horde level, this is an elite level, things like that. I haven't seen it yet. This is an excellent pickup for us. 33 range, 18% attack speed, -3 knockback. We're not doing any knockback anyway, so this is pure gold here. Harvesting Crown increased additional 8% at the end of the wave, so we'll just take it as a free item. We'll get a little bit of harvesting out of it. We got a few more waves to go. And here I'm going to go defense a little bit and pick up this dodge. Okay, our revolver hit, so we'll go ahead and combine this revolver, and we'll have 2 red revolvers and 1 level 2 revolver. Now here's some HP regeneration. I like that. I'd like to fix that damage percentage. Now I am going to pick this turret up. 15 hit points is quite a lot. Plus 10% enemy health and dishing out a lot of damage. That would help. I don't usually pick up the alien baby, but it's really helped my hit points quite a bit. What if I locked it? Let's lock it and see if we can get the lotto win there. I'm gonna reroll there. We got a laser gun hit. 246. Wow. Just another speed of weapon though, so I think I'm gonna avoid it. If it was a purple or a red, if it was red, I'd probably buy it because I'd probably do like 500 damage. I'm gonna re-roll again. One more time. Yeah, okay, so there's the SMG. That's a good lock there. So I think we're gonna stay that way and go to wave 18. Now I wanted to try and get an SMG there so I can get my SMGs kind of built up there because my revolvers are kicking butt. My SMGs haven't really seen the same love as far as upgrades are concerned. But still working quite nicely. Everything's, you know, hitting the dirt pretty quickly. Haven't really had to use the Dock Moth even though it's kind of out there. I haven't taken too much advantage of it. Usually a bigger advantage when you have a really super high HP regenning potato because it doubles your HP regen when you're inside. It'd still be okay with this character, but really the plants, I'm getting a lot more plants dropping now that my luck's a little higher. And I have that garden. The garden's helping to should have killed 1,000 enemies. No, I can't read it all. Enemies take 10% more damage for 3 seconds when first hit by elemental damage. I am going to take that just in case we pick up an elemental thing. Here we're going to be able to help our damage get out of the negatives, which is good. 15% more attack speed. That'd be 100% attack speed. Definitely pushing attack speed quite a bit here. Oh, our SMG hit. Perfect. Now I think it's going to combine with the non-cursed, but let's see. It did. Good. So that went to purple. So 43 versus 28 on the red one. Now it's interesting here with the red is that if I find another cursed one, I might get rid of the red one because it's not as good as these guys. But we'll see. Now, Jelly Shield, I do like, intercepts orbits around the player and can block projectiles. So I am going to pick that up. I'm really looking, I've got one more wave to go for Alien Baby to hit. So we'll see. A little reluctant to get Alien Baby, but if it hits and reduces that enemy health, it'd be really nice. Man, I could go crit again here. 37% crit would be nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we do have bosses coming up, so what the heck? You level up. Would have been nice earlier. I'm going to do one more refresh. Eye surgery. We don't really have anything that's causing burning. So we'll keep it there. We'll see what comes out of this wave 19. Hopefully we make it through and get to the bosses. I'm excited. This build worked out pretty good. That ricochet is really nice. Just, it hits stuff and then, randomly assigns damage to everything else. It's quite good. Now, if you ever have the slingshots, right? The slingshots already come with the bounce. That slingshot effect with this ricochet, I've had that on characters before, and it's really ridiculous. It's quite nice. So if you ever have an opportunity to have that show up in your build, you should take advantage of it because it's a lot of fun. There's just all those little slingshot stones are just bouncing everywhere. This is quite entertaining too with the submachine guns. They pump out a lot of bullets and just causing so much ricochet. Getting a lot of materials off this run. 934. Holy smokes. Wow, attack speed again. Ooh, I'm going to go attack speed. The best defense is a good offense. Now, we did hit on the silver bullet, so 44% against bosses and elites. So we're definitely going that. I am going to go ahead and get the Alien Baby. Ooh, that's interesting. Not enough HP on that one, though. Here, I'm going to go ahead and reroll, see what we can get. Mammoth would be nice if we were melee. That's a random, came out cursed. I mean, that's, if you're melee, that's ridiculous. Unfortunately, we're not melee, so can't really pick that up. The HP regen and knockback might be worth it alone. Now, if I was going for a really long run, that might be something you'd pick up. It sounds weird, but plus 8 HP, 9 curse is really, really good too. But not for us here. Let's see what we get. Ooh, a laser gun level 4. First 500. I don't have anything I can combine. And I can get rid of that submachine gun, the red submachine gun, and take the laser gun. I think that's the play there. And I really like to get this range damage too. I think I'm going to do that, honestly. So this one, let's recycle. We'll get some extra money. Maybe we can still buy that small magazine. So 372, we have a laser gun. We're just shy of this one. That's unfortunate. But we can do a reroll. I don't think I'm going to buy anything there. I can't afford anything. Get a bonk dog. Get this baby gecko and get a little extra range before we go in. Got one more reroll. Let's see if we get anything super cheap. Unlikely. Oh, this would have been nice to pick up. But we are where we are, so let's go in and see if we can kill the bosses. We've got some extra damage for them. I'm not sure where it's going to pop out. There it is. So if we can keep this boss in our sights, we're going to do really well. All these... Oh! I died. I don't have a lot of hit points, so when all those red balls hit me, but we made it. So run 1, crash zone, we killed the boss. Now we unlock a number of things. So let's take a look at our unlocks. We unlock the cyborg, the diver, gladiator, jack, masochist, and the ogre. I love the ogre. And unlock the night goggles. So this is a special unlock when you finish the ranger, a piece of equipment that will now start showing up. Lots of crit, lots of range, minus HP, minus armor. Very, very ranger oriented, type item. And we also unlocked Danger 4, which is what we're going to try next. Next time we try this. So if we go back to new run, you can always look at stats and look at different things that happened here in your game. Look at what kind of items you had and what was fun, what wasn't. Make some evaluation there. But I was very happy with that. We did have minus 6% XP gain. I think that was a little more troubling in like Danger 5. So let's look at the new run. So we've done the well-rounded, brawler, crazy, and ranger now. Now the mage, I really don't understand this character very well. It took me a while, but it starts with a lot of burning. So you can get this scared sausage, which attacks have 25% chance to deal 3 damage. What is it? 3 times for one damage 3 times. That's the best way to say it, I guess. And it's fire damage. And then it's elemental damage. So as you increase your elemental damage, this burn can get really, really stacked, right? Then you also start with the snake. Burning spreads to additional nearby enemy. So as you're inflicting the burns, they spread out. So the mage is very, very good at causing things to burn. Elemental damage modifications are increased 25%. Melee damages are reduced. Range damage are reduced. Engineering is reduced. So actually, he's not the character I was thinking about. This is a pretty fun character to play. The burning effect is really interesting. We'll see if we can get on Danger 4 next time and see how that shakes out. This is a pretty fun run. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you picked up Brotato or if you played it in the past. What's your favorite Brotato? Have you been playing recently? Something I've been playing recently, I'll just mention that here at the end. I did pick up the pre-launch for EverQuest Legends. Now, I haven't played EverQuest since like the late 90s, early 2000s. I've been having a blast with that. So I might put some different videos up on that. If you played EverQuest back in the day, EverQuest Legends is absolutely 1000% amazing. It is so much fun. You get to play in the way I always wanted to play. I just like soloing in games. I don't mind grouping and I don't mind raids, but just being able to just log into a world that I loved. It was the first MMO experience where I was running around with people and chatting and whatnot and just having a blast and just playing Troll in the Swamp, and doing my thing. And it was a lot of fun back in the day. And this is bringing back a lot of cool memories. And the way that the Legends works is you're not just one class, you're actually 3 different classes combined into one character. And you get the advantages and disadvantages of all of the classes. So if you play like a warrior, bard, monk, you're a warrior, bard, monk. You get advantages of all that. You're a monk that wears plate mail armor and sings songs and gets stats and stuff. It sounds weird, but it allows you to play EverQuest in a way like never before, in that you can play at your own pace. They've implemented a lot of equipment upgrades and how you get your advanced alternate advancement points are all changed. Start getting those at like level 1. So it's been an absolute blast. I completely recommend it to anybody that is looking to play EverQuest. It's called EverQuest Legends. It's in pre-launch right now. It launches live with the live servers on July 28th. And this pre-launch will end on July 21st, I believe. Don't hold me to that. But check it out if you're interested in that. But this has been Brotato, and it's been fun. See you in the next one. Take care, everybody.